Okay, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down. Okay, there are 10 kilos of fuel left. 10 kilos of fuel.
Good evening, everybody. Just doing a sound check very quickly. Good evening, everybody. Just doing a sound check very quickly. Perfect. So, hey guys, it is Pete W here, and we are back for another round of the Late Breakers Club Raging Bull Division this Friday evening. It's a sprint, and it's our first sprint of the season here in the Late Breakers Club. Today and tomorrow will both be sprint and feature. So what that means is that we're going to be doing reverse grid sprint race, 10 laps. We're then going to be going straight into another lobby, and based on the results of that, we will then be going straight into the feature race. We've got couple of new drivers in today. Both are in the Haas's, so welcome Daguna and Tom JM. Really looking forward to seeing some action with them. I raced with them earlier today, and yep, really looking forward to it. Mason asking, how many meters before I crash from sprint pole? Now, guys, as always, I'm going to have my comments open, so if you want to drop me a comment, if there's anyone you want to particularly watch, not enough action being covered, hopefully that's not the case, but yeah, let me know in the comments. So Mason, how many meters before you crash from sprint pole? I'm gonna say 250. No, I'm just kidding. Mason is my teammate on Saturdays, wishing all the best for the Williams driver, so we'll be keeping a special eye out for him. Now, guys, in the lobby, if anyone can hear me, just to let you know, do wait until JP, our admin, says in the Discord, let's go. We will be shortly getting going. We've still got technically 5 minutes, but I do believe all of the drivers are in the grid. So, let's have a look at the lineup for tonight. So, yep, Mason will be starting in pole. Big D in second. Boaks in third. Slipstream in fourth. Edin in fifth. Slayer in sixth. Glad to see the Alpine driver with us. I know he's been struggling a little bit this week, so glad to see him with us. Decay in the Ferrari, seventh. Then we've got Lotus Steve, 8th. That's Sheffield United in the Kicksauer. JP, 9th in the Mercedes. Red Bull in 10th. Mills in 12th. Our championship leader, Max. Sorry, Mills 11th. Red Bull 10th. Max, our championship leader, in 12th. And then after checking her closed, Barry is going to be starting 13th, and our new boys, Daguna in 14th and Tom in 15th for the sprint race. Now it looks like we will be getting going very shortly. Singapore, very technical street circuit. One of the hardest tracks in the year for our drivers to deal with the humidity, the temperatures, the humidity hitting them over 63% temperatures in the mid to high 50s on track. It's never an easy race. We have been given a heads up by JP. We're going to grid. No readying up on the grid until JP says so, guys. And yeah, I think the lead in the championship right now, I'm just having a look at the driver's standings. Obviously, 34, 25 plus 10. 35 points on offer today. And Mills just 8 points behind Max. Red Bull and JP both on 25 points. That's a close one and going to be a very interesting battle between the Aston Martin driver, the Alpine driver of Red Bull, who drives on Aston on Saturdays, and JP in the Mercedes. So, yep, looking forward to that. Going further down the grid, 1 point behind is Lotus Steve on 24. Decay with 21 points. Martica, who unfortunately has taken a little break due to renovations on his house, is 7th with 15 points. Slayer in 8th with 12 points. Edin in 10th with 8. Slipstream 7 points. Boke 7. Big D 4. Mason with 1 point from his debut race last week at Imola. It was an interesting race last week. Hopefully we get some amazing action again. And yeah, we're going to be getting going in about 5 minutes. So a little bit about Singapore. It's been on the calendar for, I want to say, at least 17 years. Obviously, the infamous Crashgate scandal that happened at Imola was in 2008, and I do believe it's been on the calendar ever since, besides COVID year and 2020. Obviously, there wasn't much travelling going on globally at that time. It was mainly a European-based season. So, yeah, we're ready up at 8:01. 8:01, so in about 4 minutes. Give the guys a chance to get a setup sorted. It's a sprint race. How are the drivers going to be approaching it? I imagine mediums. That is definitely... That kind of seems like the sensible sprint tyre. High degradation at this track. I mean, I would not be surprised to see drivers crossing the line with tyres in the high 60s, low 70s, even after just 10 laps of fuel, just 10 laps of running. Yep, looking forward to it. 10 laps followed by a 31 lap feature race, which will be done in a separate lobby as described earlier. And I'm imagining at least one safety car in this. I wouldn't be surprised for 2 in the feature, if not more. It's a very technical circuit, very small margin for error, especially through the tight twisty turns of Sector 2. Now Singapore, if my mind serves me correctly, has 19 corners. Just gonna check that. Correct, 19 turns. So, new layout. Came in a couple of years back where we eliminated basically the very twisty Sector 3 and made it just pure flat out, which for me, I think makes the track a lot more accessible and a lot better for battling. Hello, Emily. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you're enjoying the stream. I'm sure you're going to be rooting our league owner and your baby daddy, JP, on tonight. Hopefully he can bring home a good result for the Mercedes constructors. And Mason, the disrespect. Nah, you know I'm just messing. I don't think you'll make it that far. But 19 turns here, 4 DRS straights, 3 activation points. The activation point for DRS straights 3 and 4 being at the end of Sector 2, where just after the what I'm calling the stadium section, underneath the bridge, it's that one's going to be critical. It's a long pull down towards turn 17 after that. Going to be a good chance for overtaking, as well as down the back straight in Sector 1, coming towards the end of Sector 1. I imagine there's going to be a few drivers going for that move into turn 5, just at the end of Sector 1. We've got about 1 minute till we get going. And don't do what, Emily? So, guys, if you are watching the stream, please do give a like and subscribe. Do appreciate all the followers who tune in, not just to my streams, but my races and my career path on the F1 25 game. It's a great game in my eyes. I'm really enjoying it. It took me a while to get used to it. I think some drivers are still adapting to it, but I'm absolutely loving this game. I think the way the cars are handling, it's making it a lot harder to follow. You know, it's really testing the driver's abilities. So, yeah, we should be getting going any moment now. JP did say ready up at 2:40:01. And here we go. Straight into it. No formation lap. And we are off it in the sprint. Let's get some... We're going to turn 1. There's going to be contact between the Williams and the Red Bull. Neither driver being spun, and we are through turn 1. Has there been any... No, it doesn't look like there's been any incidents. We've got a few drivers down slipstream, down 3 places. Red Bull up 5 places. A caution is Sector 1. I want to say that might have been Tom. Does he have damage, Tom? A new driver here in the league. It looks like He is fine. He's got Mills right behind him, our second place leader. Max up 5 places already. Red Bull up 5 places. Eden up 2 places. Boaks and Edlin battling hard here as we go through sector 2. There's a bit of a touch there between the RB and the Red Bull, but nothing untoward. We've got a spun that kicks out, but that is Sheffield United. Lotus Steve as the Alpine now. Red Bull going very hard, and he spun it. He's put it in the barrier. He's putting it in the barrier. Red Bull is down. And it looks like someone else has been collected as well. Slipstream is out down as well. Have they got damage? I know Red Bull must have damage. Yeah, he's got no end plates. What about Slipstream? Yeah, this is definitely going to be a pit stop from the McLaren and the Alpine, wondering if they came together, but this has allowed Max 6 places up now into 6th, Barry up 6 places to 7th, JP in 8th in the fellow McLaren, in the fellow Mercedes. Gunnar on his debut here for Haas as he gets the move done on JP into turn 17. And that's the end of first lap. Big D with a commanding 1.2 second lead already over Mason, who's going to be have Boaks and Eden to deal with, but that was a bad entry into turn 1 for Boaks. Tom is pitting as his Red Bull. Slipstream, I imagine, will be doing so as well. And Steve, we've got 4 in the pits here on lap 1, and Big D out of DRS range. Now, can Boaks, he's not going to want to get held up for too long by Mason. But nothing done there. Let's get some. Heading in 4th, right on the back of Boaks. Max is up to 5th. He's got past his teammate Decay. And he is pushing. He wants to get as many places up on Mills. Mills to the comeback kid, as I'm going to be calling him from now on. Up from 12th to 10th. So only a couple of places up. However, it is a sprint. It is not a 100 meter dash. We got 10 laps. And Mills will be right on the back. Now we've got Boaks. He's looking to the inside here of Mason, but no, Mason covers his line. Big D now 2 seconds ahead of Mason. The Red Bull driver could he be on for his maiden victory here in the Late Breakers Club. Boaks is having a look down the inside. Can he get this move done? No, he cannot. Mason closes the door there. Great defending by the Williams driver. And further down the grid, we've got Mills approaching the back of JP. JP has lost the RS on his teammate Barry. Max is now caught up to this battle for a second, taking the fastest lap. And Mills, JP runs wide. Mills has got that line and gets the move done down even before turn 1. And now he's going to be on the heels of Barry. The Gunnar up to 7th, Decay 6th. Max has now got past Edin. Both of them have DRS, I believe. Yes, both of them have DRS. Oh, we've got a move here for 2nd. Boaks and Mason. Oh, this is doing... Oh, Mason! Oh, wow! It's wheel-to-wheel action here. Look at this. Look how close this is. 4 constructors, 4 positions. Big D, 3.5 seconds ahead already. Wow. Max taking an interesting line there, swung out, but it looks like he's got good traction out of that corner. Boaks now pulling ahead. Max will want to get this move done as quickly as possible so he can close the gap on Boaks. Edin dropping. Edin, I think, is out of DRS, so you know he has got it just. But he's going to have to push now to keep up with Matt and not be at risk from Decay and Daguna as well. Solid debut here for the Haas driver. Can he keep it going? Edin with the first 3-second track limits warning now. Very easy to do here. Boaks, Mason keeping tabs with Boaks. He's harvesting. Max looks to the inside but thinks better of. Mills still not able to close up to Barry yet. Still not within DRS range. But we've got a DRS train from 2nd down to 7th. Edin has got to make some moves now. He's got 3 seconds to pull out if he wants to hold on to that 5th place. This is going to be some good points for the Red Bull team. Right now, Big D out in front. 4 seconds nearly. A smooth race for the Red Bull driver. Tom taking the fast lap at 1:31.3. That is fast. I think that's like a second faster than Max's was. But yeah. Oh, Max is looking in the inside of Mason, but thinks better of... That's a very tight, twisty section and easy to make a mistake through there. Decay and Daguna as well. Now, Barry is starting to close up to this as well. Solid drive from the Mercedes man here. Our American from the state? From Washington. Or in Washington, I should say. Joining us tonight. Great to have you on board for a Friday night, Barry. And Mills is in within DRS range, but will not by the activation point. So he's going to need to push to keep up to this. If he can keep up with Barry, he's got a really good chance here of catching this DRS train. Now, Max has got the move done on Mason, but Mason... Oh, there's contact there. There's contact there. Was enough space left for Mason into that corner. I do feel like the move was complete. Max now up to third. He's got 2 seconds to find on Boaks. He's got 6 laps to do it. Mason down to 11. Does the Williams driver have damage? Let's see. No, he does not. He somehow... No front wing damage. I don't know about the rear wing. He could be suffering. That looked like a heavy impact on the rear. But now... Max is going to be defending from Edin. Edin makes a look up the inside, but thinks better of... And we've got Decay and Daguna battling. Mills has got past Barry. Barry must have made a mistake somewhere because he was closing up to this train. And now he's down. He's lost an end plate. Oh, the Mercedes driver has lost an end plate on the right-hand side. Manageable, we'll see. But Mills now up to 7th. And now he's got a 2-second gap to close to this DRS train. But, oh, I thought I saw a piece of... There's definitely contact there between Decay and Daguna. Has he still got his full wing? Let's see, we've got a yellow flag is set free. That's Sheffield United. Stevie's having a horrid race today, isn't he? But no, the Haas has lost his end plate as well. So can he keep up? He's going to have reduced... He is going to have reduced capabilities returning. Let's see if he can. But this is going to give Mills a golden opportunity for the corners to catch up and get that 6th place. Max is closing in on Boaks. I want to say 4 attempts this lap. But is it going to be enough? He's going to need those yards. That, I wonder if it was track limits. Boaks is starting to close the gap on the Red Bull of Big D. But Big D being able to choose his pace here. He's got 3.5 seconds on Boaks, 5 on Max. 5 laps to go here at the Singapore Sprint. We've got Daguna still keeping on board with these guys, but he is going to really struggle through those turns. Makes that line pretty well, and I think he is going to go. He knows that if he pits now, he's going to be all the way down. And he's got on for some serious major points here in his debut for the Haas team. Daguna joining as a full-time driver for us on Fridays. His teammate tonight, Tom, reserving. He'll be reserving for us on Friday evenings. Tom has pulled out a very impressive 6-second lead over Red Bull. Red Bull down in 13th currently. Now remember, guys, this not only just dictates points, top 10 will get points here, 10 down to 1, but also the starting position for the feature race. Decay right on the back of Edin now. Decay, this is looking like it could be his best result. No, I think he's got 1 podium this season, but he's definitely on for 4th, but he's just got to stay with Edin. Max has DRS on Boaks. Boaks is starting to lose on Big D. He's taken a couple of attempts out of him that lap. Big D, i.e. But Max closing in. I think it's going to be a case of when, not if, but Sheffield United pitting. Is this going to be our first retirement of the race? I'm not sure. I was saying a sprint with 4 laps to go, no point, just keep going, you never know, someone may retire. Mason's picked up a 3-second time penalty, but his next rival, Tom, behind him is 16 seconds, 4 laps to go. I don't see that being too much of an issue. Now we've got a really good battle here for 6th. Daguna's got past Decay. Daguna managing this damage on his front wing. Brilliant. Has Decay got damage? No, he hasn't, but Mills starting to close the gap into this battle. Daguna, can he get the move done? He's going to go for it. He's going around the inside into turn 6. And he gets that move done. The question being, can he hold off now? He's going to have to hold off Harvest like crazy. Is he going to catch Boaks? Now, Boaks has lost out to Max. Max has taken 2nd place. He's got 3.5 laps to 3.6 seconds. And Max has battled his way brilliantly through here. He's gone from 13th, No, 12, my apologies, to second. That's the 10th place gain. Boak's already out of DRS range of Max. Slipstream has retired in the pits. Shame, obviously this does dictate. Maybe he did have rear wing damage. I know he did say he wasn't feeling 100%, so he might be because of that. But Slipstream, our first retirement here in the sprint race. Now, can we... Let's have a look. Decay. Edin, Gunnar. Oh! I don't know what happened to Derek there, but he has lost a good portion of his front wing. Mills is through to 6th, Barry to 7th, Slayer out to 8th. I don't know what happened there. Did Decay maybe get on the foot a bit too aggressively there and just his back end slipped out? But now Mills up to 6th, 2.1 seconds behind Edin. So Mills right now de facto 5th. The Gunnar is closing in on Boakes. I want to compare, we're going to compare times here. But the Gunnar managing that damaged Haas amazingly. Started in, I want to say 14th. So he was also gained 10 places along with Max. So Boakes really pushing that DRS down. Max has taken 1.4 seconds out of Big D this lap. 28.6 the Gunnar in the first sector. I think they're about quid pro quo here. Decay and Mason both pitting. Three laps to go. I know Decay took a huge smash. Hopefully he's able to recover from that. But Max is closing in. He's got that clearer and he is going for it. Big D needs to start utilising that ERS. He's got it. He doesn't need to harvest it. Max is pushing. He's gained 1.5 seconds in a lap and a half. Let's compare sector 2 times. 109.4, 108 to 1.2 this lap alone. Laguna, even with that missing plate, driving sterlingly. Barry is still within DRS range of Mills. So is Slayer. Solid drive by the two drivers here. As we come into the penultimate, we are in the penultimate lap now for the race leaders. Max closing that gap down and he's within DRS range now. It's time for Big D to make haul ass, otherwise he's going to lose his maiden race win here in the Late Breakers Club. Boakes 1.6, the Gunnar 1.5 seconds behind, and he's closing. He's definitely closing. Edin right now looks like he's going to be slipping to about 8th. Only driver in the top 10 with a penalty. And yeah, let's see what happens here. Just 2 laps to go. Max just half a second behind Big D. Now, he's done the hard part. He does not need, let's see when or if Max is able to get the move done on Big D. He's got, I would say, about 2 minutes to go. Can he get this move done? Hey Emily, yeah, I'm all good, thank you. I hope you're enjoying the stream. Now Slayer, has Barry got DRS? No, he has not. Barry's out of DRS range. Slayer has got it. Can he get the move done on the Mercedes on the penultimate lap? We're going to stick on board with this battle for first as we come into the final lap. Big D harvesting as much as he can. Max taking it very easy through turns 18 and 19 there. As we're coming down towards that DRS straight. Slayer not being able to get past Barry. And Barry, Mills has got past Edin. Edin, oh, there's contact there. Barry getting a 3-second time penalty. So he's going to be battling, quote unquote, with Edin there for that position. And now Big D. He has got that overtake open wide. Max using DRS and overtake. Daguna on the back of Boakes. He's going to go to the outside. Can he get the move done? There's a bit of contact, but nothing at all. And Daguna gets it done. He gets it done. Max and Big D battling crazy. We've got an Alpine in the pits. That's going to be Red Bull. Sorry, just coming out of the pits. Decay, 10th, 11th. Wow, this is amazing action here. Daguna. This is going to be a battle point for point here because both drivers having a penalty. Slayer will get promoted to 6th. He just needs to sit back and relax. Can JP catch up to this pack and potentially take points from Barry and Edin is the question. He's about 5 seconds behind. He needs 3. He needs to find 2, but We've got Max, we've got to sit on board here. The last DR straight. How much has Big D got in the tank? Can he hold off the Scuderia driver? Red Bull, Ferrari, who's going to take it? We're coming down to the last corner. Max has got the inside line. There's a bit of a touch. They've collided. Who's going to get through that corner? It's going to be a sprint to the finish line. Max on the outside. He gets around the outside into the final turn, and Max Rat takes the win on that last corner. Daguno takes the final place on the podium. We've got Edin and Barry. There's contact there. There's contact. They've both spun. They've both spun. Slayer has crossed the line. I think JP is going to get it. Barry. JP gets 7th. That contact between the two at the last corner, giving JP that 7th place. I think Edin also got another 3-second penalty. Decay coming to cross the line now. Wow. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. What a finish to this action-packed sprint race. Red Bull crossing the line in 12th position. Mason will cross in 13th. Wow. Just wow. That was incredible. Oh my goodness, wow. What a finish to what an amazing sprint. Let's hope we can get as much action in the future. I'm sure we will do. Wow. So that's that. I know there was a bit of a glitch there. So from what I saw, Max obviously taking the top spot, 10 points. Big D 2nd, Daguna 3rd, Bugs 4th, Mills 5th, Slayer 6th, JP 7th, Barry 8th, Edin 9th, Tom 10th, Derek 11th, Red Bull 12th, Mason 13th, Lotus Steve, Sheffield United 14th, and Slipstream, our only retirement, will be starting in 15th place for the feature race. Now, we are going to be leaving this lobby very shortly. I'm just waiting for the time to come up. Remember, guys, recording, vital. If you've got any complaints, leave it in the instant review. We have a great team of admins and stewards who will review all of the footage. Was absolutely gutted for you there, Mason. I will be honest. Was absolutely gutted for you there. Didn't see the onboards, so it's not for me to comment, but was absolutely gutted for you there. It was a good start to the race. You definitely didn't spin after the first 200 metres. But we are onto a sprint. We've got 31 laps here in the heat of Singapore. And yeah, we'll shortly be getting going, guys. I'm just waiting for an invite to the lobby. If one of the admins can sort that out for me, that would be brilliant. Thank you so much, Emily. Wow, I mean, what a race. What a great drive by Max. From what I saw, commanding, was absolutely spot on, and absolutely gutted for Big D. Maiden win, last corner. But a P2 nonetheless for the Red Bull driver. He will be elated with that, I'm sure. And 15 drivers, 31 laps to go. Can't even drink after that. Just Coke, guys, don't worry. So with that, Max extending his lead at the top of the championship. Another 4 points, I want to say, over Mills, because if I'm not correct, Mills came 5th. Wow. I mean, if we can get that sort of action from the sprint, I can't wait to see what the future holds. Obviously, we've got I think we had a few drivers who had a race that they were not expecting, good and bad. I'm really interested to see what the battle between Daguna and Max can be like. Both of them starting towards the back of the grid. Daguna starting one place behind Max or two? One place, I believe. Perfect. Got that invite. Thank you so much, Mason. Thank you, JP. Appreciated. Let's get back in this lobby and let's get going shortly. So, yep, 19 corners, 31 laps. We're back in. And we will just be waiting. We've got currently 10 drivers in the lobby, waiting on 5 more. Just going to invent the ones that I've got, just in case JP can't find one. Okay, perfect. Invites are now coming out, guys. If anyone needs one, please feel free to drop me a message. Edin, not a problem, mate. Let's just do that. That is done. Thank you, Edin. You've got your invite, mate. Just waiting on a couple more drivers now. I want to say Edin, Daguna, and Slipstream. Those are our only drivers we're now waiting on. Hope you are enjoying the stream. As always, I'm Pete W, your resident commentator for Friday nights. Gonna try and do next Friday. Can't promise it. It's my dad's 70th birthday, but he's working, so I might join him afterwards, like I'm doing today. We'll see. But it's gonna be a great race. You know, just we saw that from the action. Next week, if I remember correctly, I think we're at Silverstone, home of Formula One. And a lot of British drivers in this league will be wanting to win that race. But back to this week, back to the night lights, the heat of Singapore. I'm just going to drop a message to where is Daguna? I'm sorry to hear that, Big D. I can imagine. I mean, yeah. But great starting position for the feature. You can get some major points here for Red Bull today, definitely. You've got the pace. Excuse. Hi Max. No, I don't mind. Oh, perfect. So who are we waiting on then? We're waiting on Slip and Barry. Slip and Barry. Just going to drop you another invite, Barry, but yeah, you're in the old lobby. We create a new one for the feature, and then we can do the results based off of that. So yeah, just waiting on 2 more drivers, and Barry and Slip. I'm not 100% sure Slip is going to be rejoining us, guys. I imagine we're going to be getting going in a few minutes. Sorry about this, guys. Whilst we are just waiting for everyone to join, I'm going to take a couple of minute break, rest my voice for what's looking like it's going to be an amazing feature race. So Barry is now in. That's now waiting on Slipstream. Not actually seeing Slipstream online. So yep, just about to get going. So guys, are you going to grid? Max will be starting first. Big D second. Laguna third. Boaks fourth. We'll see those line up shortly. What the drivers are going to be doing will be interesting in terms of strategies. As I don't commentate on strategies. Everyone has their own preference. I do think we're going to see a few free stop strategies. This, like I said, on this feature, it is high tide egg. We've got multiple scenarios that could be run here. Obviously, drivers get to choose how they want to go in terms of their balance on tires. If you want to softer, balanced, or harder. The difference being that you get an extra set of softs available for the race. If you go softer, mediums on balance, and a second set of hards on the harder strategy. Drivers will be logging into the lobby now. We will be getting going in about 4 minutes. Gives drivers the plenty of time to get their setup sorted again. Select their strategies, fuel loads. Really interesting track, this one, for fuel. It's heavy. It's heavy on the fuel. I find I'm fueling well over. If it was a 100% race, I'd probably need to harvest at points because I'd max out over 110. That's for sure. Again, it's going to be another dry race. Always is here in the Late Breakers Club. We only race in dry conditions. Gives that a little bit more action, we find. Like we saw in the sprint race. We will be starting with 14 drivers. Slipstream has decided not to return for the feature race. Really sorry to hear that, buddy. And yeah. Hopefully we'll see you tomorrow. Looking forward to racing against you. Again, straight to race. We don't do formation laps. We go straight to race. So let's see. Can I get the grid up? Yep, here we go. So let's have a look at the grid. Yep. So Boakes in 4th, Mills 5th, Slayer 6th, JP 7th, Barry 8th, Edin down in 9th. Had such a good race, and then that last corner collision between him and Barry, seeing him drop 2 places from 7th to 9th. Tom in the Hat will be starting in 10th ahead of Derek, Red Bull, Mason, and Sheffield United Steve. Lotus Steve will be starting 14th and last on the grid. It looks like all drivers are starting mediums. So Mills, can he catch up? He's got some really fast drivers in between him and Max, and he's going to want to start to close that gap to 5th, 2 Max, 4 first in the championship. Right now, I want to say it's going to be about, 13 points. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. 12 points gap between the two of them. First to 4th for Max has a bad start or an incident. We've got 31 laps. Anything can happen. But currently 12-point gap between the two of them here at our first sprint of the season. Comments. Let's get the stream back up. Just bear with me, guys. Thank you so much for the subscribe, Emily. Much appreciated. Don't know what's happened to my phone here, but I'm just gonna have to log out of everything so I can get my stream back up. But we'll be getting going in just 1 minute, guys. Let's back up. And perfect. Mason is eyeing a points finish. He wants those points. And where will Mason be starting today? Or starting for the feature, I should say. Mason's going to be starting down in 30. Don't see why it's not possible. We saw a lot of action. If he can keep his nose clean, not saying he didn't in the feature, in the sprint, definitely got unfortunate there. But I'm sure if don't see any problems with him progressing through this field and potentially taking another points finish for the Williams team. Scored on his debut last week. Wants to continue that. Understandable. We are all here to race and to do well. So let's see how it goes for the Williams driver and for the other 13 lining up on the grid. And we will be getting going very shortly. I imagine we're about to go to grid. Okay. Max will be leading us off on pole. Big D second. He'll have the inside line again. Can he make it work from it? It's the dirty side of the track. And once again, we go here at Singapore. It looks like there's going to be a collision there. There is between Mills and Big D now. Mills is going to have it all to do again. Can the comeback kid? Oh, wow. Now Edin getting squeezed. Mills 11th. Oh, we're going 3 wide into turn 4 here. But the Ferrari and the Red Bull at the back. Keeping clean. Now, wow. I mean, Big D already 1.2 behind Max. We've got the Gunnar and Boakes right on Big T's tail down. That is definitely going to be track limits. Let's have a look at position changes. So far, we've got Barry up 2, Tom up 2, Red Bull up 3, Mills down 5, 10th to 5th, 5th to 10th, sorry, that was a good recovery. Edin down 5, he's down to 14th from 9th. Derek down 2, Steve up 2, Mason up 2 to 11th, keeping those clean. It looks like everyone besides Derek and Edin pretty much got away smooth, and Mills obviously, with that little spin. Tom up to 7th, already up 3 places, Barry up 2. This is the man I think we're going to be watching on today. If he can get through this train, which isn't going to be easy here at Singapore, but the speed I saw of him today was impressive. The Gunnar as well. And the 2 Haas's, I think, are going to be the guys to watch. The Big D already 2 seconds behind Max. Not really utilising his ERS. Surprising on the opening lap. I'm thinking he's going to need it to defend. I'm thinking he's going to need it to defend. I do similarly agree with that because it looks like there's going to be a DRS train potentially all the way down to 11th behind him. Now, AWS showing us the swap strategy possibilities. We're looking at a 1 or a 2. Did everyone start? Boak started on the soft. Interesting choice. Unless he's gone hard, I think he's looking at a free stopper because those softs are going to go in about 5 to 6 laps. I think the wear on them is about 10% a lap. So let's see now. Daguna, looks like Big D got a bit of a spring there. We've got Edin on the back of Lotus Steve for 13th. Steve not even fighting there, lets the faster Red Bull driver through the K as well up. Mason, oh, there's contact there with the wall. Has he got? Nope, he's not got any damage. There might be a little bit on lime green damage, but he's still got his wing intact. Mills is up to 9th. He's got past Red Bull. Tom's still stuck behind Barry. Barry defending hard. And it looks like Daguna, the only driver really now in the top 5 with DRS. Yes, they didn't get it. Boaks doesn't have it. Daguna showing some real pace here in the Haas. Can he get past Big D and start to get down the road? He's still... Big D is showing some good pace this lap. He's keeping up with Max. Why he didn't go aggressive lap 1, it's clear he's got the pace. Daguna smashing his ERS, already down to 30%. Max driving this calm, collectedly. We've got Tom and JP. JP looks like Tom is about to lose ERS on Barry. He's got damage. The Haas pitting. That's definitely going to be track limits there for Mills, I think. What is Tom going to be able to do here? He's going to have a long road to come back, but it's definitely possible. Definitely possible. Thing here about Singapore is traffic can really hold you up. He's going on to the hards. Has he got that second set of hards? That is what I personally would be doing here, a harder strategy. We've got Mills on the back of JP. JP hasn't got much to defend here as the one admin overtaking the other. Or league owner, sorry. But Mills up to 7th. He's battling back. He's got 2nd. Now we've got Boaks and Slayer battling. Slayer up to 4th. He's got that move done. And Barry right on the back of his battle. Now Boaks already struggling on those soft tyres. Daguna... Big D is starting to drop back from Max. He's now 2.8 behind. Daguna's going to want to get this moved on. Bit of a slip there into the bridge section. What a view there we've got here of these two drivers. Oh, Big D getting a much better exit and traction out of that turn before the DRS straight. Now he's going to have it, but that's going to potentially be able to keep him in second for another lap. Some great battling there by the Red Bull driver to keep the Haas at bay. Barry right on the back of Boaks. Can Barry get this move done for 5th position? He's already smashed all his ERS and he's depleted his battery. It's going to make it really hard for him to charge any of it. Now he's going to have to wait for the lap to finish, and it's going to allow Mills that chance to start closing in. Mason up to 9th. Mason is up to 9th. We've got Slayer starting to pull away a little bit, but Boaks and Barry still are in DRS range of him. Daguna closer to Big D than ever. Can he get the move done down in 2? We've got a yellow flag in sector 1. It looks like one of the Mercedes. Barry's around. He's dropped. Will Mason get the move done on him? No, it does not look so. Mason defending hard from Red Bull. And Big D, these defending lines are superb today. The Red Bull driver pulling off an amazing drive here. We've got Red Bull getting past Mason on the outside into turn 5. Mason running very wide there. Is that going to let Edin through? Edin's got the outside line here, but Edin getting that move done on Mason. 2 corners, Mason dropping from 9th to 11th. Now hot on Barry's tail. Red Bull is going to want to get its move done quickly. He's got ambitions here for a podium finish, I'm sure. Max out 3 seconds ahead of Big D, who's doing a great job defending. And a lot of battery here for Red Bull. Barry has harvested a decent amount this time, but is Red Bull going to get the move done into the turn? He's alongside Barry, needs to leave space here. And there was a bit of a tap. But Red Bull has got DRS. He's using the overtake. Barry's not going to have much to defend. And the Alpine driver getting past the Mercedes for 8th place. Next up, JP, 4 seconds up the road, who is in now. Boaks has got Mills and JP right behind him. Did JP get DRS? He did, but he's going to have to battle to keep it. Mills with I think it's going to be a case of when he gets past him. Is it this straight or is it going to be the DR straight in sector 2-3? A bit of a slip there from Mills, but it looks like Boakes is out of DRS. Mills around the outside. He's going to get moved on into turn 5, down into turn 6, and that is Mills. 4th. Next up, Slayer Heart. Big D has been passed by Daguna. Oh, very slidey there. I think Big D is starting to feel the slip on these mediums. Obviously, they're carrying a lot more fuel. They're carrying an extra 30 kilos of fuel, which is going to affect tyre wear. Sorry, 35 kilos of fuel even. Daguna now up to second. Max 4 seconds ahead. We've got a nice battle here for 11 between Mason, Derek and Steve. Can the Ferrari driver not having the best of weekends here? Can he get the move done on Mason and start to close the gap onto Edin, who is in the DRS of Barry? Mason a good wide line there. Decay having to change it, but nothing wrong with that. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. Decay utilising the DRS, not ERS. Is he going to go for the move down into turn 17? He's using overtake. Goes to the outside, and again he nearly loses it there. Is he going to get it moved on into 17? No, he's not. Steve losing out a little bit here, but let's get back towards the front. We've got JP now on the back of Boakes. Mills 2.6 behind, but Big D being caught by Slayer. There's a spin. It's a Mercedes. I think Barry. Is that Barry? I think that was Barry, because he's now got Mason and Decay on his back. JP, can he now get the move done on Boakes? Moke's doing very well to manage his tyres, but he's running so low on DRS. He's just got an ERS. He's got nothing to hold these guys against. Now the delta difference here at pit stop is about, I want to say 30 seconds. It's one of the worst in terms of deltas because of that 37 mile an hour pit lane. But JP has got that move done and he's already down the field. Red Bull looking to get up to Boakes as quickly as possible, utilise that there. And he could well have it by the end of this sector. His lines are so smooth. And is he going to get it? It's going to be close. No, I don't think he's got it. I don't think he did get it. He just got it. Excellent. So he's now got DRS. It's a GR straight behind JP. Red Bull's going to want to clear this to catch up to the likes of Mills. Mills in 5th. Slayer in a lot of pain today. He's really struggling, but a great performance here from the Alpine driver. He is catching up, and we're having 2 solid performances from the Alpines here. He's catching up. He's going to have it. We've got Barry here. Barry is down. He has spun in sector 3, and he's going to be dropping to the back of that grid. Tom is just now a few seconds behind him, and Tom's already pitted. See, with wing damage, I'm imagining Barry might be managing his. He does not have an end plate. He must be pitting shortly. We've got Boakes in the pits as well. Those softs are gone. Now Red Bull, can he catch up to JP? We've got Slayer. He is really pushing. He's going to have DRS. He's got DRS on Big D. Daguna 3.3 behind Max. I want to see times here. I'm thinking Daguna is catching Max without a doubt. Tom now up to 12th. Slayer. I think it's a case of when, not if, for me. But Red Bull, he is on the back of JP. It's going to be closer. Can the 2 Alpine drivers get moved on around the same time? Derek getting past Mason. Oh, that was classic close wheel racing. And it's still going through. Both coming out. Decay's got the inside line here. Is this going to end badly for one of them? No, they're still alongside each other. This is some amazing action. Is this a place where we think it is not? Decay thinks better, and I think that was very sensible from the Scuderia driver. He's got 2 DRS straights coming out. He can use them to pull away from Mason. Some very great close wheel action there. Now Red Bull, he is really on the wheels of JP. He's got 80% battery. He takes open that overtake. Around the corner swiftly. You have to be really careful. If you get too much snap out of that corner, well, what happened to Decay earlier and in the sprint is what happens. You will end up in the barrier, lose your wing. Red Bull up to 6th. Next up, Mills. Now Slayer is still within Big D range. Daguna is closing on Max. Daguna is closing on Max. Our debutant, Hush driver, 3rd in the sprint, is closing on our championship leader, Max Surratt. Mills not seeming to close on Slayer now. Actually, Mills is battling, having no DRS. And around here, DRS is huge. 28.9. What about Mills through sector 1? 28.9 as well. 3,000 for the difference between the two drivers. I want to compare sectors. We will do that shortly between these two. Sheffield and Mason battling for 10th. Sheffield's got the inside line. He's using the DRS and the EOS, and he gets that move done into turn 5, down to turn 6. Can he hold on to Derek? Good line. The move completed by the Kick Sauber driver. Okay, Slayer only 0.6 of a second behind Big D. Okay, 7 seconds, 7.7 behind Eden. He's got a bit of manoeuvring to do there to try to catch up to getting right now on for 2 points in the Scuderia. Sheffield United, Steve on for a point, but Mason is dropping. Mason is dropping though. Maybe his tyres are starting to go. Is it time for that switch? We've got Tom on these hards. Tom is pushing through now. Max has pitted. Is he pitting onto mediums or hards? He's going medium, hard. We've got another pit. Big D is in the pits. We've got somebody running across the line. Any 10 seconds? I don't think so. No penalties yet. Nope. All of them in the pits. That 37 mile an hour catching no one. Daguna is our race leader. Debutant here in the league. Race leader 7 seconds ahead of the Alpine Slayer. 3.8 seconds behind him is his teammates. Currently in Alpine 2-3. We'll see where does this bring people out. Big D, the first to exit the pits. They're all in clear traffic. Tom, right on the back of Sheffield United. So Tom has really got the undercut. If he's got another set of hards, can he potentially take them the distance? Because all of these guys are going to have to go again. Now, can Steve? He does not battle too hard. That's the thing I love about Steve, is that if he knows he's going to be taken, he doesn't go crazy defending, which I think is what this should be. You know, play the race. You don't have to battle every driver. Tom showing some amazing pace back up to 6th. I mean, if he can take these hards to about, say, lap I would say 17, and he's got another set available, could we see a double Haas podium, for instance? I mean, right now, these guys ahead are going to pit. He's only 15 seconds behind Max. Both drivers still needing to pit, and Tom showing some serious pace. So, let's see. Red Bull closing on his teammate, under 3 seconds the gap now. Daguna and Slayer showing similar times. Slayer is pitting. Red Bull goes on. I imagine that's going to be him next lap. Oh, I thought that was fast. So we've got Tom. He's on the back of the K. Sorry, no, he's only 6 seconds. Tom is only 6 seconds behind the K. Slayer still in the pits. Max up to 3rd. Tom is going to get that move done down the home straight. Tom is up to 4th. Tom up to 4th in the Haas. Some great. This could be a potentially amazing race for the Haas team. Max is going to be pushing. I want to compare sector times here because Max and Tom. Max is on much fresher mediums, but Tom has got outright raw pace. Max 27.7. Tom 28 flat, 28.1 on, I want to say 8 lap old hards, 7 lap old hards compared to 1 lap old mediums. Okay, we've got a few gaps, but I'd say the Carrick is losing gap to Tom. We've got Big D 1.3 behind Steve. I imagine Big D's on the hards. If he's got another set, that's going to work perfectly for him. But he's closing up to Sheffield, to Lotus Steve. 10 laps in, 21 to go here at Singapore. Still no safety cars. A nice wide line there by Big D. Gets the apex, gets on the throttle. He's got good traction out that turn. He's alongside Steve. Steve doesn't have much to answer, and the move is done. Big D up to 6th on circuit with drivers ahead to pit. 1.7 behind Decay. How quickly can he close that gap? Mills only 2.7 behind this battle. Slayer 1.6. JP has lost out on a little bit. Red Bull now in. Question being, he's done 11 on his Venus. Can he take the hards 20? It's doable. It's going to hurt. But there's that bracket. There's definitely a bracket. And what we're seeing right now is the top 4 cars all powered by one engine. Ferrari. So that's a Ferrari 1.4 basically, but it's Hassan 3, Ferrari 2-4. Let's see. Tom is losing ground to Max, but Max is on much fresher tyre. Tom really is going to be managing these. But what a great comeback drive so far from the Haas driver. And now he's in clear air. I don't see anyone catching him. Big D past Derek. Derek still to pit. Worth noting, this is a very solid race from the Red Bull driver. Clearly loving it here at Singapore. Beautiful line there. I'm going to have to rewatch that for tomorrow. Okay. And a bit of gaps, but JP is closing up on Boaks. Now, remember JP getting past Boaks. JP obviously then going on to staying on the mediums. Boaks on fresh hards when he got that delta advantage and passed JP. Red Bull just 4 seconds behind JP. Now the question being, will Red Bull go the distance? That is my question. I know Red Bull is very good at tyre management. Oh, JP into the wall there. Hopefully no damage there for the Mercedes driver. Let's have a look. Any end plate missing? Nope, fantastic. So JP, has he got DRS? No, he has not. But he's got a 68% battery. He's going to utilise... This is the closest battle on track. Mason closing in on Lotus Steve, Sheffield United. Lovely line. Then that's going to be track limits for the Mercedes, but he is within DRS now. Can he start to utilise this to get past Boaks? Moving up into 8th. Actually, Boaks on the older hards now, pitting earlier. Tom now 10 seconds nearly behind Max. The Gunnar still to pit. He must be thinking about a one-stop here because he's taken those mediums 12 laps already, which for me is incredible. We've got Mills only 3.5 seconds behind Big D. He's got past Decay the last lap. He's definitely got past Decay the last lap, who is being caught up by Slayer Hearts. It'll be interesting to see how this all pans out once the first round of pit stops are done. Obviously, we've had drivers pitting lap 3. We've got a driver still out on lap 12. Now, he's been closed massively, but I think he's going for that one stop, which will save... It's going to save him 28 seconds of pits, if done in normal. Obviously, with his VSC or a full course safety car, that reduces to about 18 seconds, but it's still... Yeah, it's a big delta to overcome. However, time management will be crucial. Now we've got Slayer Hart. He's only 4/10 behind Decay, but he's not got DRS because obviously of how far away the activation point is. It's a double activation point, kind of like Melbourne. And is Slayer going to get the move done? No, he's not. He's going to wait for the DRS straight. I think that's sensible. We saw enough instances here in the sprint race through that turn. And Slayer, he moves to the inside. Can he get the move done on Derek? No, he can't. He's holding... But this is costing him valuable time. And JP, right on the back of Boaks, but so is Red Bull. Red Bull closed up on the both of them. And the Gunnar is losing. But the delta difference between Max and Tom seems to be dropping. Tom only losing about half a second that lap on Max. And maybe Max is pushing those mediums a bit too hard. Now, can JP get the move done into turn 6? No, he can't. Boaks defending well, left the space, and he's going to maintain 8th for now, but he runs wide. Can JP get the move done around the outside? Red Bull's going to try and follow, and that's a double. Wow, that reminds me of Leah Block in F1 Academy at Abu Dhabi last year. That was an amazing round turn. Obviously, I'm talking about the race at Abu Dhabi, not at Singapore, but wow, that was an amazing overtake there by Red Bull, following JP's line to get the move done on Boaks. Now he's going to want to get it clear JP ASAP. JP closing up on Decay as well. Red Bull around the outside. He's going for it. He's got it. He's got that move done. 2 moves in 5 corners. Amazing. Now he's got 2 seconds to Decay. He's got DRS. Decay does not. Already 4 attempts taken out of Decay along this straight alone. Is he going to have it for sector 2? For sector 1 DRS straight? Max now 4.8 seconds behind the Gunnar. Tom 11 seconds behind. Mills just 2.3 behind Big D. That's going to be a battle soon. Red Bull is going to have Decay on the next DRS straight. I would be stunned if he doesn't. The Alpine driver is showing his pace here at Singapore. He's going to wait for that activation point, gets on that throttle. Nice line there through turn 4, and he's got the move done. Moves to the inside. Okay, he's got nothing to defend with compared. Red Bull up to 7th, 2.8 behind his teammate. Now, what about Boaks and JP? They are battling, and brilliant avoidance there. That was hard battling at its finest. JP has kept that position from Boaks. All of this allowing Edens to close in. Barry is in the pits. He's going to be pitted. He is pitted onto. Let's have a look for the Mercedes driver. What is he pitted? He is pitted onto softs. He's going to be pitted again for sure. Daguna now only 2.6 ahead of Max. When is he thinking about? This is obviously a one-stop. 14 laps on those mediums is incredible. Max now taking first. We've got Mills still 2 seconds behind Big D. The battle here is for 8th. JP closing on Decay. I'm wondering if Decay is struggling. He's got to be. You know, he's got good pace. He showed it earlier in the sprint, but it seems like he's struggling. He's missing an end plate. That is why Decay has lost his end plate. He's going to be really struggling there. Question being, if he pitted now, could he get hards to finish? At a push, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Now is the time where you could be pitting onto hards for the distance. Tom on 14 lap old hards, oh sorry, I think 13 laps, 13 lap old hards, up in second. Mills is closing the gap. We've got Daguna has come out just behind Red Bull. Red Bull may not have to pit again, actually, saying that. Red Bull may not have to. He maybe manages his tyres, but Daguna has got some serious pace. He's got DRC closing up on the back of the Alpines, both of them. Slayer will definitely have to pit again. Oh, Red Bull running wide there. Does that give Daguna the opportunity? No. Red Bull getting back on track. 15 laps in, not a single track kilometre penalty yet. This is amazing. We've got Decay has come out of the pits. He's just ahead of Mason. Now, Mason in 13th. Can he get a move down to Decay? Decay will have a new wing, fresh tyres. It's going to be very hard for the Williams driver, but he does have the... And he is gaining. Is he going to look to the inside? Nope, thinks better of it. Runs wide there, but keeps it within track limits, I would say. Now, Red Bull on the back of his teammate. He's dropped Daguna. Daguna 1.8 behind. Has he got damage? Has he made a mistake and got damage? No, he hasn't. He's just made a mistake. But Red Bull now, he is within DRS range of his teammate. A little bit of a clip there, but nothing came flying off of his car. Down towards turn 17. And up towards now the final turn of what is now lap 15. They're going into lap 16. Mills on the back of Big D. He's going to be within DRS range. They've both got similar levels of battery. Going to be watching this one, but I do think Red Bull will get the move done on his teammate down that DRS straight. Question is, I don't think Mills is going to get done. He's too far back. Let's sit on board with this battle. Not so much any teammates battling hard, yes, but I think Slayer is very sensible here. He wants to see Alpine doing well, and Red Bull gets that move done. No battling from the teammate. There's some good switch there by the Alpine teammates. Obviously not planned, they're not communicating, but a great switch around. Now Red Bull, 4.5 seconds. Mills up the road. Mills needs to get the move done on Big D ASAP. He's only, I think him and Tom, and I think all of the front runners need to pit again, without a doubt. Red Bull, not sure. Daguna, definitely not. Barry in the pits yet again. This is turning into a nightmare race for the Mercedes driver. But let's have a look. We've got another battle here for 9. Boaks is still with JP. Boaks is making those hard last. Well, JP might be struggling a little bit. Has he got any damage to that Mercedes? I keep saying McLaren. No, his car's looking fine. I think he's just managing his tyres, maybe. We've got Daguna on the back of Slayer now. I don't imagine this pass is going to be as easy. But Daguna's got that inside line. There is contact there. Nothing untoward. I'd say that was just a racing collision. Doesn't look like any damage has been done to Slayer. Daguna up to 6th, chasing Red Bull. Both, I believe, to be on one stops. Mills still on the back of Big D. This is costing our second place in the championship so much time. He needs to get this move done, and I'd say he needs to get it done this lap, because otherwise Red Bull and Daguna. Now he's lost it into turn 4 there as well. And we can see, I mean, he lost half a second to Red Bull. He's down to 8 tenths behind Big D. He's really struggling with that dirty areas. Mills, maybe, is it time for Mills to pit? I'm wondering. We've got Boats still sticking with JP. Laguna and Red Bull. This could effectively be the battle for first place right now, because these two I firmly believe are on one-stop strategies. Is Mills going to get DRS here? Yeah, yes, he is. But a great drive here from Big D. Question is, when are these guys going to be hitting onto the hards? If they've got another set of hards. So Laguna, he's got DRS. He's not utilising his DRS here. He doesn't want to go for the move into that corner. I think he wants to go down into turn 70. Red Bull harvesting. Was harvesting, and now he's going full overtaking throttle. He's defending that fifth like it is first. And I don't blame him, because it potentially could be. Mills is past Big D in the pits, hence why Mills has got clear air, but 7 seconds to catch up to Tom. Red Bull gets past, so yeah, no, that is just Big D in the pits. And all that is definitely going to be track limits for Laguna. Boat starting to lose pace to, that's a slide, and that is definitely, maybe not track limits, he was on the brakes, but Boats is starting to slide with his tyres. Is it going to be time for him to think about changing? Does he have another setup? We've got Big D coming out in the pits. He's going to be coming out, rejoining us in 10th place. He's got clear air and his teammate is ahead. He's going to enjoy this. But we've got Red Bull and Laguna battling hard. The two drivers battling down that DRS straight, and Laguna now right on the back of Mills, basically. He could have DRS into the next sector. Whew. Great to see some really hard battling. Our new guys coming in. Great to have some fresh blood in the league. Thank you for joining, guys. Hope to see you more on the track in the coming weeks. Laguna a full-timer. Tom reserving for now. But Laguna has got DRS on Mills, our second place in the championship. Red Bull, what's happened to Red Bull? Something's definitely happened to Red Bull. Has he got damage to that wing? He's lost his end plate. Red Bull has lost that end plate. Now was that a little bit too aggressive there from Laguna? Whilst alongside, did he leave space there for Mills? I'm not sure. Mills will, however, have DRS, and he's not going to give this up without a fight. Lap 19 of 31 here. Is Red Bull going to manage him? We've got Slayer in the pits as well. This is early. Slayer pitting very early here. Has he got damage as well? It doesn't look like. No, he's just going on to a new set of mediums. Okay, cool. 12 laps on mediums. It's going to be a push. Doable. Obviously, we saw it in the sprint, but he's going to be suffering a very high tire drag by now. By that point. So, Slayer in the pits. He's going to come out. Big D's ahead. I think it's going to be an interesting battle there. I think he's going to be behind... Mason really struggling there in the Williams. Where is he on track? He's been lapped by the Ferrari of Max. Max does need to pit again. Tom still 12 seconds behind. He's making his hard work for him. So is Laguna. 1.7 ahead of Mills already. Wow. Can Laguna close up towards his teammate? I mean, I don't think Tom's going to... They can't take these tyres differently. Max has to pit again. What is he waiting for? I think he's costing himself time here by holding on so long. But yeah, coming into lap 20, Max is leading us 12.5 ahead of Tom. Laguna 5.6 behind him. Mills 2.4, followed by Red Bull, who's managing that damage to his front wing well and is catching Mills. JP is 6th, 9 seconds down on Red Bull. Edin 7th, Big D 8th, Slayer 9th, Sheffield United 10th, Decay 7th, and Tom has dropped the gauntlet. He is pitting. We've got a battle here for 10th between Decay and Steve. The last points paying position. No. Decay. He's using that overtake. No, he's not, sorry. He's not. He's using the EOS, sorry. DRS. Where will our pitties come out? Mills has pitted. Big D up to 7th. Mills coming out. Mills coming out in 8th. Tom has come out in 6th. It's 2.9 behind Edin. GP up to 4th, Red Bull 3rd, 6 seconds behind Daguna, who's 16 behind Max. Now Max still needs to pit, and he's going to be losing, I would say, about 2.5 to 3 seconds a lap right now on Tom. He's got to go hard. He's got one more set. He's done 20 laps on 2 sets of mediums. Is it now? Is he going to go for it? He'll have about 9 seconds, but the crucial part being he's going to have to find out 12 seconds on Daguna to stop Daguna taking his maiden victory in his first feature race here in the Late Breakers Club Raging Bulls division. And Max does pit now. So we've got Tom 1.2 behind Eden. Now 0.9. He doesn't have DRS. This is the close battle on track. We're going to sit on board of this. I think it's going to be a case of when, not if. Tom on much fresher mediums. Eden on the hards. 10 laps to go here at Singapore. And this is going to be a good point source for the Haas team, I think. Max is down to 30, he's behind Red Bull, but he's only just behind Red Bull 3 seconds. JP is pitted. Tom is up to 4th. Eden and JP in the same straight. Obviously JP in the pits. Tom up to 4th. He is just, I want to say, about 8 seconds behind Max. I'm not discounting him here for a podium in the slightest. I think Daguna and Red Bull are going the distance on their tyres. We've got a yellow flag in Sector 3. That's Steve. No, it's not. Who is it? I'm not quite sure who that was, to be fair, but there was a yellow flag in Sector 3. Steve down to 12th. Now Mason will be close to him. Okay, we've got a couple of battles here for 9th. Decay is going to be holding off, battling. He's going to be holding off Boaks and JP. Boaks, JP, this seems to be a race on battle between the two drivers. Who will get these points? Can Decay hold them off? And we've got Slayer on the back of Mills. I imagine that's a Mills has just passed Slayer. Now, Mills 5.6 up the road, Big D. Max 2.7, Tom 7.3. I want to compare times coming through Sector 3. 10 seconds for Max to catch Daguna. 9 laps to do it on fresher medium, on fresher hards. Much fresher hards. Now we're not going to get an actual time because this is pit up 135.2 for 135.2 for Red Bull. What is Tom going to produce here into that last chicane? 135.2 on Red Bull. It's going to be he's gained 4 seconds at 1 lap on Red Bull. Wow. Red Bull clearly struggling without damage. We've got a nice, like I said, nice battle here for 9th. JP, Boaks and Derek. We've got Mills struggling to pull away from Slayer. Boaks has got the move done on JP. I'm guessing JP may have gone wide there. No. Yeah. No, Derek has pitted. Derek's pitted. That's what it is. Okay, so Derek's going to be... Is he going to be sitting onto the hard tyres? I want to say no, mediums. He's gone onto the mediums. I want to... No, I believe they have to be hards, actually. JP and Boaks now picking up this battle where they left off. Who's going to get that 9th? Slayer sticking with Mills. Eden only 1.2 behind his teammate. Who's going to win the battle of the Red Bulls? Max is right. Red Bull and Max battling. Max around the outside. Red Bull leaves him no space. There's definitely contact there. Was there enough space? Red Bull runs wide. Max gets the cuts in. Max gets the move done into turn 16. Mason has retired in the pit lane. Our first retirement here, lap 22. Mason lap 21. Our first retirement here at the Singapore Grand Prix. But Daguna, 9 seconds. 9 laps to go here for Daguna. Can he take his win? Red Bull has opted for the pit. He knows it's costing him too much time, so we're going to have double Haas. Double Haas 1-2-1-3 right now. Can Tom, he is closing. No doubt about it, he's closing on Max. I still think, this is going to allow Big D up into 4th. We've got Mills who's going to promote to 5th. Where is Red Bull going to come out? I think Red Bull's going to come out in 8th. I think he's got enough to hold off Max. Oh, sorry, JP. No, Eden is also pitting. Eden is pitting. This is a standard tyre change, so this is getting spicy. But I want to compare Sector 2 times. This is going to be a battle. Are we going to see a Haas 1-2 here? Tom after that lap 1 collision. Is he going to be able to come upset the party? He's already ahead of one of our championship leaders. Can he take our championship leader in the closing lap? Max is not closing on Daguna. He is not. Max, sector 2, what's his time looking like? Hope you're all enjoying the stream, guys. 107.4. Tom, 106.7. That's 7 tenths. He's got work to do. 7 tenths, but that's sector 2. He's still got sector 3. We'll compare lap times for the two drivers. Max is not closing on Daguna. He's closing by a few tenths, but not by enough. 133.6 for Max. Tom is going to come across in the 131s. I wouldn't be surprised. 132. The 1.1 seconds that lap. 1.1 seconds that lap. Tom could be up with him by end of lap 28. We've got Slayer and Mills battling. Still, Mills unable to get away from Slayer. Has Mills got any damage to his car? No, he isn't. Slayer, he's driving a phenomenal race here. To keep up with our current second place in the championship, Mills. Red Bull is 7th. He's pushing. I would not be surprised to see Red Bull take the fastest lap here. Obviously no points awarded for fastest lap, but he's going to be pushing. He's pushing hard. He wants to catch up to his teammate. 9 seconds, 7 laps. Doable, absolutely. JP in 8th, Boakes in 9th. There's a gap open up between the two. Maybe a mistake by Boakes. Let's have a look. Still got all his front wing. JP driving absolutely solidly. Has been really struggling with his track this week and has done a great job here in the race. Producing it when it matters. Derek, 13 seconds behind Edin. Max, 7 seconds behind Daguna. Tom, 4.4 and closing. Mills closing on to Big D now. But Slayer's still sticking with him. This is some serious pace from Slayer. I know I've said it enough times, but I was expecting Mills to pull away. I mean, let's look at the tyre situation. We've got Mills on 4-lap hold hard and Slayer on 5 means. So I'm guessing that it's kind of similar. Big D on 4-lap hold hard. Has he got 6-lap hold hard? Has he got damage? He's lost an end plate, and we get our first 3-second penalty of the race. He has lost his end plate. The Big D is going to struggle. Could he potentially drop to 7th or even 8th? Mills did look up the inside. Big D goes very wide. Is he going to have to cede that position? No, but he's really struggling with that Red Bull. And Mills, can he get the move done? Obviously, with less wing, he's going to have a higher top speed. Mills waiting for the opportunity. He's going to wait for that long yard straight, I think, down into sector 2. 4.1 seconds now. Max starting to push. Max is starting to push. It's hammer time. In that red Scuderia number 9. Liam Awesome number, but obviously we provide our own numbers here. So Max is pushing. He's only now 6 seconds behind Daguna. Daguna coming up to an overlap. I want to say Barry? Yeah, Barry. And he hasn't got DRS, but he's trying to close into that. Boakes in the pit lane. Maybe has damage. He might have got that from his track limits incident. I don't know. But that does drop him to 12th. Decay up to 10th. But the battle is so much on right now. You know, Big D doing a great job here defending. Red Bull closing like crazy. 4th is still one for Red Bull in my eyes. Absolutely, it's still one for Red Bull. Now, what are we going to see here? 3.3 the gap between Tom and Max. This, I think, is going to be a battle. A last lap. Go for it. Okay. The Red Bull closing on this battle. Big D is defending out of his skin here. Some great driving by the Red Bull. All drivers very low on battery. Red Bull still with a decent amount. It's hammer time for Red Bull, absolutely. Because 4th is very much on for him. Mills up the inside of Big D. No. Taking it very gentle there. Mills not wanting to go for the move. Maybe he's seen that the Red Bull has got damage. I don't know. However, he needs to get that move done because Red Bull is closing at a rate of about 3 seconds a lap right now. And he's going to be with this DRS chain by the end of the next sector. Mills not having much battery. Is it time to recharge and apply? Because he's not got much down the straight, and Big D is running a lot. I think one thing I found about Big D, his setup just allows him to have that lack of wing. Ooh, a bad exit there from turn 7. 4.5 to the leader for Max. 3 seconds for Tom. And Mills does not want to be losing any more points when he has to Max. Currently losing 18th second, 10 for 5th, 8 more points. That'll take it to 16 points in the championship. Continues. Mills really struggling here. Red Bull has got the move done. He's going for it. He's got the inside to Mills. There's contact there between Mills and Red Bull. Mills slanted to the wall. Is there damage to the McLaren? I can't see. It looks like he's lost his end plate. He has lost his end plate. Is that going to be an incident report? We'll see. Big D is going to have some defending to do. The charging Alpine. He's got past his teammate. I think that was definitely a switch. Mills now with damage. Did he wait too long and now has he lost that opportunity? 2.7 now, the gap. Tom, he can see that's Scuderia. Red Bull and Big D battling. One is run wide. Red Bull has got the inside line. Is Big D going to yield? There's contact there between the two. Big D with the inside line. There's going to be contact. Mills has now got the inside line on Big D. Can he now get the move done? No. But they're both going to be running lack wing, so that may give them higher top end speed. Tom 2.3 behind Max. Max 4 seconds behind the Haas of Laguna. We've got 4 laps to go here, sorry. Just coming into lap 28 for the leaders. 134.1. 133.6, half a second. He needs to start pushing. This could be a last lap DRS showdown. What is the Gunog? 18 through the apex. Max similar. Tom, they're all similar around the apex. Big D 26 seconds behind. Who's gonna get 5th? Is it gonna be Big D or is it gonna be Mills or is it gonna be Slayer? Slayer doesn't have damage. He's got battery, so does Big D. JP, I think he's not got enough in the tank to close to this gap. But it'll be a solid 8th place for the Mercedes driver. Now, Tom 1.8. Max is going to get DRS here off of the Mercedes of Barry. I want to say Barry, yeah. Yep, Barry. Max is going to get DRS. He struggled out that corner, really struggled, and that is going to give Tom the slip. Barry does need to move aside. He is a lapped car. He needs to move aside. Allow the Ferrari through. Just because Ghosting is on, we still need to obey track limit. We still need to obey track etiquette. Max 1.3 now. He's got 3.5 to Daguna. Daguna's coming around. Let's have a look at that lap time. It's going to be 135.2. Max 134.5. Tom 133.4. He's taken 2 seconds out of Daguna that lap alone. This might not just be a battle for second. This could be a battle for first. And it would be a phenomenal drive from Tom to bring this back. Now Mills, Big D, this battle continues. Slayer has dropped. Mills has got nothing behind to worry about. Is it time to use to harvest? They're going to go into that. Amazing lines there to avoid a collision from Mills, but he needs to recharge. He's wasting. There was definitely a collision there, but I'm thinking that may have been a pit board rather than a wing. Let's have a look. Mills both still got full wings. Slayer as well struggling. He's got missing an end plate. So all 3 of them are. But this is the battle we need to watch because Max is closing in on Daguna. Tom is closing in on both of them. I don't want to predict who's going to win this. Is it going to be our championship leader or is it going to be one of our first 2 debutants? Mills has left the session. Mills has disconnected. Okay, so invites have been sent, guys. Mills is going to be absolutely gutted if his connection costs him more points. He was having these issues earlier in the week, and it's hit him at just the wrong time. 10 minutes later. But, oh my god, I don't want to predict this. Daguna needs to make a move. He has done amazing. The only driver that's been able to do one stop. He's kept it clean. He's had this wheels on for 19 laps. Amazing time management by Daguna. Max knows he's going to have to defend hard from Tom. We're going to have a Scuderia podium in that sense of a Ferrari engine here under the Singapore lights. Question's going to be who's going to be where. We're going to know in about 2.5 minutes, guys. Stay tuned. Slayer 6th, JP 7th. Mills has dropped out. He's down to 8th. And I think he'll get caught by Edin, not Decay, but he's going to drop to 9th. He was battling for 5th. He'll be absolutely gutted to find this out. Okay. Tom has saved his engine, ERS, sorry. And they're both within DRS of Daguna now. Daguna is going to need to have the lap of his life. He gets a little bit wavy out of turn 16. Can he hold off the Ferrari coming into turn 17? Max right on the back of the Haas. Last lap. Daguna, Max, Tom. Who's going to... Tom, Max is looking to the inside. Has he got to move down into turn 1? There's contact. Max is into first. Max has got first. Daguna, how does Max exit? It's a decent exit for the Ferrari driver. He holds his line, but can he defend? 30%, 32. He opens up that ERS. He's swerving. Let's watch from the back here. Daguna around to the inside. Max, is he down to third? Daguna has got first. There's going to be contact. Daguna goes wide. Oh! Tom is out. Tom spun it out, and he is out. This is now the battle for first and second. Red Bull is going to be third. Oh my goodness, what? I think Tom just got on the throttle a little bit too early there and into that wall. The Singapore lights. The Singapore barriers. Oh my goodness. But this is still a hot battle. Daguna or Max. Who is it going to be? Sitting on board with the Haas driver. A bit of a slip out of that turn. Red Bull is going to be absolutely late. Mills rejoining. I think Max is going to get it. The Ferrari driver down towards turn 17. 2 starts, started in pole, finishing in first. Max the Rat 09 is going to cross the line to take yet another victory here in the Racing Bull division and extend his lead at the top of the championship. An amazing performance from Daguna to take second on his maiden feature race here for the Haas team. Pick up some amazing points for them. Tom will be absolutely gutted, but Sheffield United, he is going to get points today. Steve is going to get points. Absolutely heartbreaking for the Haas driver of Tom, but Red Bull is going to cross the line. He's going to take that final podium spot. Big D is going to take 4th. I think he's going to be pleased with that result. I know who's gutted was second in the sprint, but 4th feature. Some solid points for Red Bull driver. Slayer will be elated. 5th place. JP is going to take 6th. Edin will come across to take 7th. Will he be happy? I think so. He's just started playing in this game. One of our solid drivers, and you can see he's elated by that cross on the finish line. Mills will be absolutely gutted, but 8 is still 4 points towards his title championship bid, and he's going to go to round 5 determined for that. Decay across the line in 9th, and Steve will take the final points paying position in the kick Sauber. Heartbreak for Tom, finishing 12th. He will be classified, but 12th, he was hoping for that win and absolutely gutted for the Haas driver. Steve will cross the line in 10th, taking the final points position. Boakes will be the last driver to cross the line. Barry has been overlapped. Boakes, our last on-lap driver, finishing in 11th, is he? Yes, he is. Boak's coming to cross the line now, spins out of the last corner, but that is it, guys. That is round 4, sprint and feature here at Singapore in the Late Breakers Club Raging Bull division. What a race. Wow. Action throughout, collisions. I'm sure the stewards are going to have their hands full tonight and the next couple of days with this race, but wow. Wow. Max Surratt, an English 1, 2, 3 podium. Max Surratt taking Daguna on that last lap to take, I want to say, his second win this season in the Racing Bulls division, extending his lead at the top of the championship to Mills. Daguna second, solid 18 feature race points, and so I want to say 8 points for the sprint. Red Bull, an amazing comeback drive, pitting late on for that front wing and coming across the line, taking a final podium position. Well done to all of our podium drivers and to everyone who finished. Fastest lap going to Tom, race winner Max, driver of the day Red Bull, and most overtakes and cleanest driver. Well done there. So guys, that's it. Let's round off the rest of the grid. Big D taking 4th, Slayer 5th, JP 6th, Edin 7th, Mills 8th, Derek 9th, Steve 10th, Boakes 11th, Tom retiring on that last lap but classified in 12th, Barry 13th, our last classified finisher, and the other retirement was Mason 92 in the Williams, finishing 14th in the race. Guys, I've been Pete W. I hope you've enjoyed the comms tonight. Do please share the stream with your friends. We're going to have some more amazing action tomorrow at Singapore in the FLR division, where I will be racing, not commentating. But if anyone would like to give it a go, please do touch base with me. Guys, that's all for tonight. Take care of yourselves and each other. Have an amazing night, and we'll see you tomorrow, guys. Take care. Bye.